Greetings! Welcome to another edition of At the Pictures with myself, Jimmy De Palma, and this guy is
Chaz Scorsese.
Chaz Scorsese, and it's one of the longest titles ever. We were at Cineworld to see Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1. Let's go and see what it was like. The Cruiser's back! The Cruiser's back! He was back, we enjoyed him in Maverick, that was great. And now he's back as Ethan Hunt, Super Spy. And what a film it was, Chaz. It was quite long though, wasn't it?
It was quite a long film.
But it never lagged, and there was tension all the way through it. What was your kind of favourite bit in it, Chaz, without revealing too much in case anybody's not seen it yet?
My favourite bit was probably... it's been all over the news, so it's fine. This was the stunt.
That one, the stunt, and we found out why it was so important for the Cruiser to jump off a mountain on a motorcycle with a parachute. Because I was saying, surely that's unnecessary. There was didn't it look like in the trailers there was MD chasing him, but we found out it's for a certain reason that he does it. But I mean, what you liked it, Chaz? It looked good, didn't it?
Yeah.
And he really did do it. My favourite bit, probably it was one of your favourite bits as well, wasn't it the big train battle finale or whatever, or the jumping off the mountain on the the motorbike. It was the wee yellow car. The wee yellow car, Chaz. What did you think of that?
I found it was quite funny.
It's comedy.
I was like, oh, we need to escape. Let's get on nearby spy vehicle. And it's next to this nice Porsche Lamborghini.
Which you think it's going to be?
Yeah, and then it turns out to be a tiny yellow car.
An indestructible little yellow car that can pummel down the steps and stuff and roll over. And that. It was quite funny, that bit actually. That was good. But and the whole team were there, weren't they? Benji, Luther. What do you call it? Who was the sniper lassie? There was Ethan's pal for the last one, and there's a new member of the team. Although I don't know, a thief, Grace, who kind of steals her way into the team, so to speak. But she's quite good. And there was a lot of tension. You thought the airport scene was quite tense when they were running about the airport trying to look for Ethan. And
it's not much of a spoiler, but there's this detail I really found interesting. So at the start of it, there's this bomb Benji has to defuse, and it's questions, it's voice activated questions. Then later in the film, Ethan's hunting down a person. I'm not going to say who that person is, but they hunt down a person and Benji's telling where he is, and then the main enemy, which is an AI thing,
is a machine.
AI hacked into the earbuds and started making Benji say left, right.
Leading them on a wild goose chase.
Yeah. But what made it interesting is obviously it was voice activated, so the AI read
Benji's voice.
Yeah, stole it.
That's the thing. This is the sinister thing about this. It's the first time that Ethan's been up against a non-human main baddie. Although the guy that he's kind of fighting in it is very much human, but he's working for AI. This machine called the Entity. And how are you going to beat a machine? That's what it's going to be. It'll be some... Well, I mean, we can't wait for part 2, can we?
Yeah.
We can't wait for part 2.
I know what to do. Just pour water on it.
Aye, that's it. I think what's going to happen in the end is there'll be 30 seconds on the clock for a nuclear meltdown in part 2, and Ethan's going to say, "We'll just turn it on and off." But no, don't use that though. If the scriptwriters haven't written it yet, that's silly. But I loved it. Loved the film. It just adds to the Mission Impossible series. I didn't even notice that I'd been sitting that long, so I can't wait for part 2, and hope it hurries up and comes along. Amazing stuff from the Cruiser. Let's go to the marks. Meow! Yeah, try and no throw it onto the computer. AI. Anyway, right, so back in the room, and now I'm going to give this a 5. I don't think there'll be any films that'll top this year. This was my film of 2023, and I can't wait for part 2, which better not be a letdown. But I don't think with the cruiser involved, I don't think it'll be a letdown. What about you, Chaz?
I think I'm gonna give it a 5 out of.
So that's 2 5, so that's 10 out of 10 just now, but for part 2, is it going to be 20 out of 20?
It's going to be 20 out of 20.
Do you think it will? I'm confident the cruiser has never let us down before, unless he's made some draws sometimes, but yeah, so could it be 2020? I think it will be. So until part 2, so long!